You.
Yes, yeah. We here. Cigar in hand. We lit.
Cigar in hand. Little fresh ash on the end already. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I need a little touch up. I'm not gonna draw attention to my ash because I need a little touch up.
Oh, you ain't got
quite DVR-ish. You know what I'm saying? You know how my bad burns are. Before I put my cigar on camera, gotta get a little touch up. Gotta make it look right. You know, make it look like I know what I'm doing over here.
You gotta do that, man. You definitely gotta do that, man. Hey, there you go. Ah, my goodness. Lock the door and don't let this man out till he learn to burn his cigars the right way. Just lock the door and let him out.
Hey, lock the doors. Lock. You heard me. Lock the doors.
Lock the doors. Man. Hey, if he can't come up with how to fix his cigar before we get 40K, he gonna be in trouble around here. Oops. 40K. Oops.
Wait, get 40K.
Oops.
Hey, the stick-up kid. The stick-up kid of gospel.
The stick-up kid of gospel. Yeah. Hey, man. For those who don't know, Brother Marvin Sapp, he decided to tell the church, you can't go nowhere until we raise this 40,000.
That's wild.
I need 20s from y'all and 100s from y'all, and the internet is mad with him.
My man wanted to see them 20s. Hey, throw them 20s.
Hey, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. I know more than likely, he meant well, and it's a typical church thing that you see happen. But if you take that scenario and apply it in any other part of the world, it's a crime.
That's a crime. Robbery. Yeah, if you change the church doors into any other situation,
any other doors,
a supermarket. A business establishment, you know what I'm saying, a business office park or something like that. You change the church doors to any door of any other establishment, and you tell them to lock the doors or close the doors, and don't let anybody out until you pay up. That's a crime. That's a crime.
I mean, OJ went to jail for that. You know what I'm saying? And it was his stuff.
It was his own stuff. Well, his stuff in a hotel.
Hey, look, man, the church can be a little pushy trying to get they coins sometimes, man. But yeah, that was a little rough, pushy. Man.
I'm a church goer. I'm an average every Sunday. I'm in church every Sunday. I'm a church goer. And I believe in tithes. I believe in offering. I believe in raising money for the church. I pay my little money for the most part. I try to be a tither. But times get rough from time to time. Like I can't get that 10 every time, but I try. Yeah. And I make my donations here and there. I believe in giving and the need to give, but not like that, brother, man. Come on, not like that. The
records must have slowed up, man. The record sales slowed up. Or on the flip side, he never would have made it if he didn't ask for it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to look at it from that point of view. Those mouths don't get fed. He never would have made it. But
that's another way to do it. You know what I mean? Like if you were allowing people to be willing participants and, hey, look, tell the church, hey, look, we need to raise some money, or I want to see more people give. This might not be for you, but for those, give people the opportunity to leave. And hey, look, anybody else who's about this giving, if your heart is here, stay and listen to what I got to say to you real quick. Then after I get done saying what I say, if you feel like donating $20, I would love to see it. There's a way to go about everything you do, regardless of what the intentions are. There's the way to not do things, regardless of what the intention is.
Well, I tell you the way not to do things. You don't double down on it, which is what he did in his statement. Mm-hmm. Essentially, he defended himself. Yeah, he defended it instead of just acknowledging, you know what, that's a learning.
Yeah, that was probably in bad taste. Yeah.
Bad choice of words in the moment.
What I didn't like, he tried to blame it on people misunderstanding or misinterpreting. And then for those who may not understand the process of church, or who might not be avid churchgoers, you might not understand. Like, nah, bro, I'm a churchgoer to the core, and I don't see it, bro. I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah.
Don't try to pawn it off. You might not understand. No, you don't understand. I'm sorry.
You don't understand this thing of ours. This is how we do.
He's a classic, you know what I'm saying, artist from commission. Loved him from the 80s into the 90s. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing this thing on his own. But when you're wrong, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That was
gotta own it. You just gotta own it. That's what I said. He could have just acknowledged, I could have done that a little bit better. My intentions was positive, but it came off, this way. But nobody was in danger, whatever. But it'll blow over.
Another part I hate was this too, right? Saying like, hey, look, I donated much more than what I was asking. But if you're part of the people who are receiving this 40,000, so I say I put in 2,000, or I put up 2,000, but then you're taking back 40,000. Did you really put up 2,000?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Right. Okay, yeah, y'all put up money. You asked for you and the leaders to put up $100 a piece, and you put up much more. But then if y'all are also reaping that money, taking it back, dividing however you want to allocate it to what you're going to give to philanthropy or whatever, and then whatever you're going to pad your pockets with,
look like a fake out
investment back. Yeah, look like a fake out to me. So that's another thing I didn't like. I had to mention that too. That's
important though. You know what I'm saying? That's important. Look, honestly, the Bible really doesn't say it's got to be 10% of your income. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as
10% of your time. Like it does say increase, but increase of what? It could be your goods. It could be the clothes off your back. It could be the food you grow.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, in the original, before the translations, it was in Hebrew supposed to be crop, what you grow. You know what I'm saying? Your crops and stuff. So that was your harvest. That was initially what it was supposed to be. But many translations later, all the way to English, the context is lost. But it does not specify your income, because I'm pretty sure currency didn't exist during those days. Mm-hmm. And
it says 10% of your
God can use 10% of my time a lot more than he can use 10% of my USD.
Yeah.
My opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, and then it is important to give up money as it is most to an extent. Any of your possessions, to an extent, like, because it
money's important.
The way I look at money's important, and it's important to us, and we can become greedy when it comes to money. They say the love of money is the root of all evil, and sometimes I understand, like when pastors and they interpret the scripture towards money, is it something that we have to be able to be willing to relinquish, because it can be something that can control so many people and be the cause of so many different evil things. So being freer with your money does make sense as part of, even with your crops or with your cattle or with whatever it is, your time, your energy, your attention, your focus to give up as well. Like, so it is a component of it, but it's not the total component of it.
Yeah, it's not the total component. Not the total component. And ultimately, yes, I got to be free with it, but I have to be free with my money anyway. I live in America. America's gonna make you be free with it. I got no choice but to be free with it. I'm gonna part with them coins at some point in time. You know what I'm saying?
Some kind of way, somebody gonna get it. If you don't give it up willingly, it's gonna get got at some point, whether you like it or not.
But Marvin's got to understand that don't help people who are look at the church like there's a lot of hope hustlers out there. You know what I'm saying? That just doesn't help the image.
It does not help the case at all. And I hate to see it. Like I said, as a believer, somebody who needs to, I feel like you should be in the church building. For those who have a walk of faith, I feel like the church is an important place to be. But I still do understand where people have some reservations when it comes, because that's just not a good look, man. And so many times, time after time, are you seeing leaders in churches and
Mm-hmm.
representatives of the church and pastors who just put salt on the name? It just makes it look Makes it look bad. And that was a bad look.
You don't want to look like you getting that tax-free money and it's all part of the hustle. You know what I'm saying?
Part of the hustle.
Yeah, and not to say that you shouldn't be able to amass a fortune at some point in time if blessings turn out that way. But at the same time, you don't want to necessarily see the pastors getting rich off church. You know what I'm saying? I don't personally. Let me speak for myself. I prefer a nice, smaller church where I see that they still got to work a job or something. You know what I'm saying? Like then somebody
I still got 9 to 5.
Yeah, I don't want my pastor with the jet personally. You know what I'm saying? No,
the jet's a little extreme. Maybe S-Class.
You get a Benz. He get a Benz. Yeah, I'm cool with a Benz.
A jet, that's a little bit too much. Nah, a Benz, I'm cool with that. But like you said, like getting rich off the church's money, not cool. But hey, I want to see him do good. But I want to see him be, you know what I'm saying, have a level of wealth. You know, if you're pouring into me, you're giving me a word every Sunday, just like a motivational speaker. You know, there's motivational speakers who are millionaires. Right. You're speaking motivationally every single week, just through scripture, just through the word. So it's not saying that you shouldn't have some level of wealth, but jet level wealth, I don't know about that. Not on the church.
We're doing a little too good at that point, man. You got to put some of that back into the church, man, or donate it or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. But anyway, man, let's get into the stars of the show, man.
Yeah, man, because we smoking, and I'm smoking pretty good right now, man. I'm liking what I'm smoking.
Well, I'm smoking. I'm gonna go over mine because I'm pretty sure we both done smoked this already before, if I'm not mistaken. But I got the Aganorsa Leaf Nicaragua Validation Habano, established 1998. I just read everything on it. Okay, one of those is it.
I don't think I've had that one before, because if I did, I would recognize that name. And I've never seen that name before. Aganorsa, of course. But the rest of it now.
Cool. Good. Let me tell you what it is. I already said Nicaragua, so I'm assuming that's the important part of it. But let's see. We got us a rapper that's Ecuador Habano and Nicaraguan through and through. That's my stick.
Okay.
And this is my burn for those who might be curious.
Not a bad.
I got a little V going on in that little section, but we're cool.
Okay, hey, look, I haven't met you mentioned V, which just brought something to my attention. We haven't talked about how we cutting our cigars. How have you been cutting your cigars lately? Punching? Oh,
just straight.
V-cut, straight
the entire time, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you want to talk about V, we'll talk about you tell me what you got, because I want to revisit V right after you tell me what you got.
You want me to say it? Because I'm going to say it wrong. Is it Alvo? Is it AVO? What is it? What is it?
Oh, I don't know. Whatever you say, I'm going to trust it.
I'm going with AVO.
I think that's what I used to call it whenever I had one.
I'm going to go with AVO. AVO sounds right to me. Named after a composer. So the whole name, the Avio Bizarian composer. So Nicaragua. Yeah. So I got the singer Nicaraguan. It's Ecuador, Connecticut, Dominican origin, binder, and filler. Filler is Dominican, Nicaraguan, and Peruvian. Haven't seen that before in a cigar. Peruvian. But I wanted to say this though, because however it said AVO, Avo, I've always tried to give them a shot, right? And I've always wanted to love these cigars, but I have not. It's been one of those cigars that kind of just left me with meh kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Just meh. It's okay. I smoked a cigar. Pretty much, and that was it. Just I smoked a cigar today.
Yeah, they're a good 3-range cigar.
Yeah, good 3-range cigar. So I was hoping that with the presentation, it came in this nice little case. I thought it was cool. You know what I'm saying? It caught my attention.
I've seen that case.
Made me want to grab it off the shelf. Yeah, have you? Yeah, made me want to grab it off the shelf. So I'm like, let me give this a shot. I like the presentation, and I'm a sucker for presentation. I know it doesn't speak to the cigar itself, but I am a sucker for presentation. So it got me with the presentation, and then when I pulled it out the case, I saw that it had this nice little real flat box press, and I love the way it feels. Love the way it feels in the hand, and then on the with the mechanics of the smoke. I didn't want to say. Sorry. Hey,
you worked through that. That was nice. I give you that.
No, mechanics of the smoke. So, it feels good. It feels good. So I like the way it feels like at home right now. The smoke is nice. Not too many tasting notes jumping off at me right off the bat. Really chill, really mellow cigar, but it's giving me something more memorable than Avos or AVOs of that I've smoked in the past. So I'm hoping that this one actually steps out of the range of where I'm at with the meh type of feel. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
Cool. I mean, you know what cigars don't give you that feel though?
What's that?
That them V series, man.
Oh, yeah, man. Oh, okay.
You've been on a rampage lately.
I've been on a rampage. I've been on a tear. Give me them V Milanios. Hey, I was smoking one earlier this week, and I was daring to say this. Just based off that curious. One cigar, Oliva might jump over my father's. I might be willing to say Oliva might be my. I don't know. I got to smoke some other Olivas again outside the V. But that V has me there enough to say, I mean, I'm loving Oliva enough to put him over my father's as a favorite brand right now, outside of Plasencia, of course. Yeah. It's been that. Yeah, it's been that.
It's different from the Plasencia, but it gives you that same. It gives you a similar feeling. I ain't gonna say same, but it gives you a similar feeling.
Similar
that you get
feeling
when you smoke. Yeah.
Because you just
two different approaches,
something good. Two different approaches, but the similar ballpark feeling that I'm smoking something good right now.
Yeah,
like I am smoking something good
all the time.
All the time. This should be like my standard smoke.
Yeah.
Anything outside of here is less than. That's how I feel when I'm smoking it, and it's been like that every single time. Because I've had 3 within the last maybe 2 weeks, I think, and every single time out the gate. It's like, why am I not smoking this every time I smoke a cigar? Yeah. Why am I not clipping one of these every time I have an urge to smoke a cigar? It should be this.
Yeah.
Plasencia don't even give me that. I gotta say, Plasencia gives me that, but it don't give me that because I'm not like, I should be smoking this every single time. Like Plasencia is like one of those, like, this is a special, like a special feel. Mm-hmm. But Oliva's like, this is a standard feel. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why I'm at with that Oliva V series, man. Specifically the Milanio.
You need that box, don't you?
Mm-hmm. I need a box.
You need a box.
So
this should be it.
This is one thing I was thinking about earlier too when I was smoking it. Certain cigars, like how many cigars and brands, or the specific cigar rather, are box worthy? What's a box worthy cigar? Like 5 or more, and that's one of them. Plasencia, that green band, of course, that's box level.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten there yet. You have.
Yeah.
But that's box level.
About done, I think. I got one left. Maybe I held on to just for an occasion. Just for a special occasion. Yeah. But box worthy, man. See, some people go around and just be frivolous, man. They grab a box on anything. But if you, we ain't talking about just being frivolous. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about like straight up. I need this. Intentional. I need this frequently. So this is why I'm buying this in bulk. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
I don't know how many are worthy of that. You know, they're there. Don't get me wrong.
It's a few, but I'm willing to create a list at some point to say, nah, this is a box worthy cigar. This is a box worthy cigar. And so far, I'm starting with those two, the Plasencia, the Alma Fuerte, and also that Oliva V Milanio. Those are two that I can definitely say, without a doubt, hands down, are box worthy cigars. If you smoke them, you're gonna need a box. You're going to need a box.
Only way to do it. Man, you know, speaking of boxing,
Where you going with this? I want to take this segue. I think I know where you're going. Come on, bring it.
hell of a segue. Man, it's been a box, man. White boy Stephen A. say he was gonna box LeBron if he came over there and tried to.
Come on, bro. For real. We are out of hand. We are.
I believe him.
Yeah, and that would have been the last thing he did was just swing. He would have swung. I don't know what a swing would have.
Okay.
Yeah,
he said if Ron would have put his hands on him, he'd have swung. I believe that. I don't know why that's so far-fetched for people to believe, man. I don't think Stephen A. got no punk and be a loudmouth. I think he got a little bit. I think he'll fight back and defend himself. He's
no. You got to fight back. You got to defend yourself. And I think any man who wouldn't defend himself is.
I don't relate to the people who thought it was funny because I'm like, who wouldn't?
It's because it's sad. Okay, so I feel like the way that people, when you say it, when it's said out loud, and without actually thinking about the whole process of what could possibly be going down, they're thinking about him swinging off on LeBron. Now you ain't swinging off on LeBron.
He didn't say
You ain't swinging off on him. Like you ain't gonna just take off on him and just that ain't what he said.
Take off though. But he said I'm gonna get my behind whooped because I'm gonna swing back if he puts his hands on me. That's what he said. I'm gonna get my A whooped. Because if he puts his hands on me, I'm a swing on him.
And for most people, that should be instinctive, regardless of who it is that's putting their hands on you. You should want to swing back. That should be like instinct. You know what I mean? Just off. Hey, I gotta
look up at this 6'8" fool, and he got a 260-pound man. He got his hands on me. I need you to get your hands off me, brother. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take the L, but you gonna know that I tried. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't. You just not gonna have your way with me, and I don't try back. You know what I'm saying? Like, win, lose, or draw. Try. Like, you know, like
I don't know about no win or draw. That's an L for sure. Because like here's the thing, right? Because when you think about you think about somebody who's an athlete, and not just an athlete, but a giant in real world context. Yeah, LeBron is a giant.
He's a giant. He's a strong man. You can tell he's strong by how he be moving them guys on the court. Don't mean he can fight, but I mean, you know, it does mean he's strong enough to abuse you.
Yeah. It don't mean he can fight.
If he grab it, he gonna throw you around, you know, but it don't mean he got hands. but
like if you put him in a ring, like matter of fact, put him next to The Rock, and I bet you The Rock probably looks like a kid next to LeBron.
He gonna look up at him. That's for sure.
Yeah. He's gonna look like a kid next to LeBron. This is somebody who's a wrestler. You know what I'm saying? A bodybuilder, wrestler, whatever.
You know, I don't know about a kid.
No, he'll look like a kid next to LeBron.
That's a bit
Have you seen the picture of him standing next to Shaq? It's like Kevin Hart and then The Rock, and then The Rock next to Shaq.
See, this is the thing, though.
What, 7'1", and LeBron's like 3 inches shorter.
Yeah, but look, this is the thing, man. Now, the height. Okay, I'm gonna say this right. Shaq's a fat man. You know, LeBron's lean and muscular, so it's not gonna look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, Shaq looks a lot bigger than him, but Shaq probably almost 400 pounds now. Shaq probably 400 pounds easily. Oof. He was 300 when he was playing. What you think he is now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, so. And Barkley was there, and Barkley's a fat man, and Barkley every bit of 400 pounds, probably, 350, something like that. So, yeah, they make rocking his 250, 260 look small, you know what I'm saying? But he ain't gonna.
I was trying to see if I can look that by chance find a picture of The Rock with LeBron or something like that.
I think Rocket, them wrestlers be shrinking, so I don't think he is quite as tall as he was in his prime. He probably. Rock, they used to say he was like 6'5". He probably about 6'1", 6'2". They used to say he was like 6'5". I believe he done lost some height, over the years, but
yeah, they say 6'5" or 6'4". When I see it, 6'4". So maybe not. Maybe not a kid, but 5 inches is significant. Somebody who's 5 inches shorter than me is you know what I'm saying? But somebody 5 inches taller than me is.
Yeah, like when I'm next to you. I look like a what?
Hey man, I grew.
You did grow. I ain't got you by 5 inches no more. You're right. You definitely grew.
I grew in my 30s, man. Hit my close to my 30s. I grew.
I don't know when you got so close, man, but I don't like it. But, yeah, man.
We almost came eye to eye.
Not quite, but you getting there though. But I was gonna say though, bro, man, I agree though with the point that even when you look at the video of them two, Steven, look, man, Steven was gonna be in trouble. I'm not, because I seen Steven hands, and I know he ain't got hands either. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't a battle of the hands; it's a battle of strength at that point in time.
And his family ain't there either.
Man, he gonna lose it. But I'll say this. It's a little bit of a weak move, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just because I ain't never seen you confront nobody else. Why you confront the 60-year-old man?
For real. No, I feel like that was a weak move for sure. And in the manner that he, I'm pretty sure that either way, if LeBron wanted to have a conversation with Stephen A., whether he had his personal number or not, that if he reaches people and his people tells Stephen A., hey, LeBron,
bro.
Yeah, LeBron want to holler at you, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, like that conversation would have had no problem happening. And the fact that it happened in the way that it happened, mid-game, in front of everybody, you knew what that was going to be. So on LeBron is smart. He knows what optics look like. He knows that anytime he does something, it's going to draw attention. And then who you're doing it with, you know that that's going to garner a lot of attention. And it's going to make waves. It's going to make waves. And I feel like that's a conversation that could have been private, but in the same token, it didn't have to be private because LeBron spoke on, I mean, not LeBron, but Stephen A. spoke on LeBron in a public, on a public platform. So in all fairness, for him to confront him in public is almost, fair neck and neck or whatever. But it didn't have to happen that way. No. It could have happened in a sit down. Since he spoke publicly, it could have been a conversation that happened publicly. Hey, look, I want to jump on First Take on your podcast and via, voice call or video call or whatever. And everybody can hear us have this conversation since what you said was in front of your platform, in front of your fan group. Let's have this conversation. And I can tell you how I feel, and you can tell me back what you meant by that.
I don't even buy that though, because like you already said, what you said prior to that was actually the point. Bron's too calculated and too aware of his of optics and everything else. Bron don't do this to nobody. You know what I'm saying? He barely come out and give interviews these days, except for recently. Yeah, but
now, no, he don't. He's on a Taylor Swift press run
himself.
no, press run. But he's speaking like he's never spoke before. Very uncandid right now. Outside of what they used to do, like the shop or whatever, the podcast. Yeah,
outside the shop, and then he had the other one, which he done pissed people off with the podcast. Yeah. He went from Reddit to Steve Nash. People mad at that. They mad at the interview he did with old boy. Like they trying to put that coon hat on LeBron. I don't know if you noticed it, man. They trying to throw that jacket on him, man.
Ooh, because he ain't get with no brothers or nothing like that, and giving them a fair shake.
He didn't. First of all, when he did the interview with old boy, he could have went to some of his biggest glazers and worked on it and gave them the look.
He could have went to Shannon.
Yeah, it chose
Shannon been on. Yeah, Shannon been goat mask and everything about LeBron.
Heavy, and that's a big platform. And if you just wanted to go against one of Steven's competitors, Shannon's still a competitor, and he still worked for ESPN. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't got to go to Pat McAfee to go against his competitor, to give his competitor a look that's on ESPN. You know what I'm saying? So people are kind of implying, hey, why you go put our business out in front of them? You know what I'm saying? Like,
in front of company.
In front of company. Why are you speaking, why is it some of that in front of company? Then he went and got with Reddick, and then he's with, what's his face? Nash. For the new podcast. So people is like, hey, why? There's a lot of brothers you could have went with. But Bron said he wanted it to be, he said he's a thinker. So he wants it to be an intelligent basketball conversation about the X's and O's. But then it's kind of like, you don't think the bros ain't smart? You know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to say
there's a whole lot on that song. He could have went and got Carmelo. Well, Carmelo already got his own podcast, but
he fired Darvin Ham because Darvin Ham was supposed. I say he fired. That's what they say. He was behind Darvin getting fired,
of course.
But and then he brought JJ in because JJ was supposed to be a smart thinker. But it's like, I don't know Darvin personally. Maybe Darvin's dumb. You know what I'm saying? But it's just coincidental that all the bros are stupid and everybody else is smart. So. But I didn't make this argument. This is the argument I heard the internet making. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
These ain't my words. This is the internet's words.
Yeah, I mean, but calling a spade. You see a trend, you got to call the trend out, and it's a trend. It's not like he made one move and people are coming to that assumption. He made several moves that's leading people towards that assumption. And if we talk about it, it's raising eyebrows. And just you mentioned it because I haven't heard all the rumblings. I heard like a little bit. I think I heard like one or two short clips of them talking about it like that. But now when you put it all together, it's making sense.
The bros is on him, man. The bros is on him. I even heard a few of the bros saying, man, hey, why he talking like that? Why bro don't talk that way? Why is he talking like that? Like, why you? When you start switching your tone up, you know what I'm saying? And it don't look good. It never look good when you change your voice for people.
Hey, he in that Billy club, man. Like when you in that Billy club, maybe you get different.
Yeah, Kanye started talking different too.
Would you talk different if you was in the Billy club? I might. I don't know.
I
might. I might get on here with you and you be like, yo, D, why you talking like that? Hey, don't worry. Hey. It's Billy talk, man. You don't understand.
It's Billy talk. It might be Billy talk, bro. It might be Billy talk. I don't know. But at the same time, Pat younger than you, and he ain't nowhere in sight of the Billy. So, I don't know. Do you save it for other fellow billionaires, or do you just do it all the time now? I don't know how it works.
I don't know. I don't know. But LeBron on something else. Like these are different kind of moves that I would not have guessed LeBron would have made. Well, I know what. Maybe we did see this writing on the wall because he's very theatric. He's been theatric pretty much his whole career. He has been the decision theatric.
Yeah.
Get into Hollywood theatric.
Yeah.
Flopping on the court. Very
theatric. Yeah.
I guess it's adding up. It's matching. Behavior is matching.
I'm gonna tell you what I didn't like out of the interview was that whole 70s thing. That Giannis is gonna go for 70.
Oh man, yeah, get out of here. I mean, he would have went for 70.
250 in the 70s. What he said.
Yeah, in the 70s. Yeah. He would have went for 70 in the 70s. For sure. Man. But that's if he's playing like he's playing now. And I heard Giannis speak in the interview that said you can't compare eras because if he was playing in the 70s, he would have played like they played in the 70s.
Thank you, Giannis.
All the information, all the intel to evolutionize his game the way it is now in 2025 in the 70s. He would have played like they played in the 70s.
Yes, he'd have had on some Chuck Taylors, fresh off of his job like everybody else. He'd have been traveling public transportation and on back-to-backs. Greyhound with no on all his back-to-backs Greyhounds. He won't gonna be low managing. He won't gonna have the muscles he was able to grow out of nowhere. Cause guess what? You'd have had to go earn it the old school way. He won't gonna come with all his food and fitness and nutrition ideas that he had. Like I said, he'd have got off work, came in there with them little booty shorts and long socks and them Chuck Taylors, and he'd been keeping his hand on top of the ball like everybody else. Yeah. Cause if you put it here,
oh my gosh, man, bro. That's been killing me. Like, I don't know why, like, my mind's been going here, like, over the last few weeks or something like that. Watching, as we're wrapping up for the playoffs and watching a little bit more basketball. Of course, March Madness is on now. And I'm like, yo, that's a travel. That's a carry. Like, the game is unrecognizable to me right now. The amount of carries I'm seeing, they're doing all, no, it's not even this. It's wrapping it. It's doing, like, I'm like, yeah, that's a carry. Like, no, possession after possession. Like, they're letting them dribble the ball like this? There was no way. Just 15 years ago, would you have gotten away with that? 10 years ago, would you have gotten away with that?
You wouldn't have.
The way the game is being played now is insane.
So how is it more skilled? if they're just letting you do more stuff that you couldn't do. Of course, you have new options available when new things are legal with the ball. It opens the door.
More options. Yeah. So like we talked about this before. To me, it's not more skilled. It's more athletic. They are more athletic now.
Yeah,
they can do more things because they're allowed to do more things. And since they're allowed to do more things, they can explore the different things that they're able to do athletically. So yes. You're more athletic.
I've seen clips of Euro steps in the 70s and 80s that got whistled for travel. So the Euros existed. Okay. It's not new. I seen a clip where Kobe was talking about the old guys, and he was said, there's no new moves. He said, you watch this guy, he was doing that. This guy was doing that. It's not the moves itself in footwork and in motion aren't new, but what you're able to do is new. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. People been dribbling through the legs and doing other stuff, but once I can add a carry and a third step, I unlock new combinations now. You know what I'm saying? Versus fast.
Yeah. You're only limited to what is legal, and if it ain't legal, you can't shift things the way you want to shift. Yeah, you can't take 3 steps back and then take a 3. Well, okay, I dropped the ball here. I picked it up. That was a gather step, and now I got to set my feet so I can take my shot. Like the first time we seen like James Harden like really take advantage of that, we're like, how's he getting away with this? But now it's commonplace. It's commonplace. Yeah, everybody's getting away with that because that's acceptable. You watch LaMelo play, and like the way LaMelo plays is odd. For one, even though he's getting it off and he's doing his thing in this day and age. But you would have put him in the 90s, he's not getting away with none of those moves.
No, they wasn't.
Rafe Alston couldn't do what Rafe Alston wanted to do. Like the way that Rafe Alston was skip to Malou, when he was in the league, he couldn't do half the stuff that he would skip to Malou about in one in the league. He had
probably the best ball
handler was still there
at the time, and we didn't, and it didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It didn't matter. We didn't get to see none of those tricks. You know,
none of that when he was playing for the Orlando Magic.
The moment he started revving up to do it, they blew the whistle on him. So, hey, look, man. Giannis won't gonna get no 250 points. He won't gonna look like no wizard or no witch or no whatever they called him, or alien when he shows up, because they just gonna be like, this guy cheating, and they gonna call it.
Yeah, call it.
It's just, I think Bron is siding with the YNs, man, because he wants to, because they're the ones who look at him like GOAT. So in his mind, if I side with them, I play to them because they who rock with me. And I want that narrative out there. You know what I'm saying? So he signed with him. He knows better. And I said to you in a message the other day, Bron know better than this. I know he know better because his friends know better. And his friends are saying otherwise. His friends Carmelo and Dwayne Wade, they don't speak about the old school players the way LeBron does. And that's your company you keep. So they feel how you feel. Y'all feel Wade, the same.
Your teammate, he's quick to call MJ the GOAT. Quick to call MJ the GOAT. So quick to call him the GOAT. Not you. His buddy.
And he played right there with you. And he said, hey, what I saw Mike do was better. Like, it is what it is, man. But
hey, look, but tell me this. So if you was in Bron's shoes and you're in that GOAT conversation for 1 or 2, would you not go on would you not do the work to try to swing the narrative your way? I mean, why not? I don't fault him for it.
I don't think so.
It don't make it right.
Because I think your work speaks for yourself, man. And I think ultimately the whole media campaign doesn't benefit him. Like you've stayed around as long as you have. You're breaking every record. It's taking you longer to, but you're breaking every record.
Let the chips fall where they may.
Let them fall where they may, because that's what everybody else before you did. They let it fall wherever it fell. And, and it's going to be what it is. But Bron what he's doing successfully is he's that Batman quote. That either you die as the hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Yeah.
And he's slowly, if he'd have retired like after the bubble win, he could have still been, a hero. Yeah. Now he's sticking around, and it's a lot of negative press he's starting to get, man. And I don't think it's good for him. It's not a good look beefing with the old school guys, beefing with
the old school guys, beefing with the analysis or commentators or whatever, however you want to call it.
Burning the bridges with the guys. The Brian Windhurst is supposed to be like your
that was a bad
biggest
one too.
fan.
Come on. Your
turned
biggest champion, the person. Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, man. It's
2025 behavior, man. Didn't we talk about this? Didn't we talk about this? Like, what's up with the behavior in 2025?
Yeah, we talked about it, man.
Man behavior ain't man behavior like it used to.
Nah, not whatsoever, man. And ultimately, man, I guess at what age do this whole causing these beefs and going back and forth? You know, at what age does it end? Because Bron is, he's 40 now, man. You know what I'm saying? You
like, what do
you're worth
like,
billions. You know, like, hey, man, forget this.
Yeah, live your life. Shut it down. Play basketball like you want to play basketball until you don't want to play it no more. But all this chatty, like, I don't know what is up with it. Like, I'm glad you mentioned that because that just brings something else to mind as far as like all these beefs. Like, is it just the era that we're in that there's this whole Kendrick thing and Drake, and we see how big a beef win can get you on the Super Bowl stage and whatnot, and records #1 and Grammys and all that stuff. Like,
and
we got to start beef.
Perform at the Olympics in LA.
Really?
Oh yeah, man. The beef has really been good for him.
The beef residuals. This is what it looked like. Residuals. So it's like everybody wanted beef in order to get a win or something like that. Like you mentioned, like when is it cool to stop beefing? At what age do you age out of beefing? We got all these grown people and professionals.
Successful.
On a professional stage, successful beefing. Whether it's LeBron and Stephen A. Why are we beefing at 50 and 40? We got on the Breakfast Club, the Just Hilarious, and like you're grown women having a beef, and you're on a successful platform. You're winning, but we got a beef. You know what I'm saying? Like, who else we got? Like, we got so many different beefs that's going on right now, and we think it's cool to beef. And I'm a big fan of what Cam is doing on this platform now, but he's still out here going back and forth, beefing with people. Who was it? Who was he beefing with? Shannon? Was it Shannon?
Jomo and Shannon, I believe. Yeah.
Shannon. You got Cam, who's almost 50. You got Shannon, who's he's 50. You know what I'm saying? 50 plus, 57, 56.
Yeah, he's 50, late 50s probably at this point, yeah.
As a matter of fact, for Shannon Sharp to be beefing, like, we knew who he was back in his football playoff days and or playing days, not playoff days, playing days, and he had a mouth on him back then. But now that you in your 50s, man, like, you gotta beef on your platforms and respond to this and respond to that and beef back with this person. And I'm thinking, like, is it because, like, hey, this is just the way the culture is, or do we think we can get a win from beefing, or we're just that immature that or not growing up?
It was Ocho.
That we just got
Ocho.
Ocho. It was Ocho? Okay, yeah, it was Ocho.
Yeah.
I think Shannon had a beef with somebody too, but Ocho almost 52.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like, hey, when is it okay to let people talk and then just let your work speak for itself? Like you said with LeBron, let the chips fall where they may. Let your work speak for itself. You just grab your lunch pail, go to work, get your coins, do your service of your work of the job that you're in. You know, service the people, allow them to become fans of yours, and let them choose whether they like your content or not. Outside of the back and forth commentary with another individual. Oh, he said this, now I gotta go back and say that. Oh, he said this, now I gotta go back and say this. I can't believe she said this, so I'm gonna go on my Instagram live and go live and trash talk this person. Like, come on, man. At what point? And is it maybe it's because our presidents who are who's almost 80 beefing with another 80-year-old? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It rolls from the top down. Like,
always.
It's just nonstop. It's nonstop. Like, at what point do you feel like, okay, it's cool to stop beefing with people now and just let me go about my life and do my thing? Because when we were in college, you know what I'm saying, we didn't beef with people, but we had situations where we had beefs with people. Not that was what we were looking for, but hey, look, if it come, it come. We're gonna take it. We're gonna do what we got to do with it. But at the same time, I'm not seeking it. But now I'm in my 40s. I got time to beef with nobody, even if it's at work. I see it at work all the time, and there's beefs going on at work. And it's like, I'm not gonna beef with nobody. I don't care what nobody got to say. I show up. I know why I'm here. I'm gonna do my work. I'm gonna do my job, and I'm gonna go on home.
I don't know. I don't even see the reason to care. I really don't care outside of people in my household. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as feelings go and trying to protect people's feelings or be angry with somebody, it's just a lot of stuff roll off now, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong. I'll still get angry for a minute, but I'm gonna let go of it. You better believe that. I ain't about to hold on to this. You know what I'm saying? Like
we're all gonna have an emotion, and you can do something that's gonna piss me off for a second. But the minute I'm like out of that presence of the individual who might have pissed me off, whatever that reason was, or away from that situation, I'm not tossing and turning that night, feeling like I gotta respond to what somebody said or did. Like it doesn't hold enough weight to me,
right,
in my day to day. For me to worry about what another man or person did or said that angered me. Unless you're trying to physically take food out of my mouth and take money out my paycheck, then we have an issue. That's a separate issue, but that's not a beef. That's a whole different type of situation. But just because you said something I didn't like, I'm just gonna cut you off. I'm not gonna address you. Like, it's just all right. That's how you feel. All right, cool. I know where you at. I know where you stand.
Right. I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna deal with you no more. No tolerate. No. I have no toleration for it.
I haven't gotten to. I don't know, man. You know, who knows? I look at it like all these guys is playing with. You know, these are deca millionaires. You know what I'm saying? And they just should let it go. I ain't got to that status, so maybe I'll get to that status and I'll be like, you know what? I feel like beefing now. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But. Maybe that's what it is.
They care too much about beef. Well, once you get to that tax bracket, hey, it's dog eat dog.
You got some free time. Maybe so. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, but
or like you said, I got enough free time. I'm not worried about my bills, because like with us, like we're still in that realm. Even though we're doing okay for ourselves, we still got things to worry about outside of another individual. I got too many things at home I got to worry about. I got to worry about, is this car gonna keep working? You know what I'm saying? I gotta worry about, is this bill gonna get paid?
I'm not worried about you. Like,
what these grocery prices looking like? I'm more worried about eggs and milk. You don't worry about the individual. So I guess you gotta worry about those things.
When I don't have to know the price of eggs or the price of milk, and I forget what that is, then at that point, you know, maybe I got enough free time to let somebody get under my skin. But for now, man, I just look at them like, I don't understand. I don't understand why you was that successful and upset. Y'all all made it to the peak. Everybody wants your spot. You made it, and you mad at somebody else that made it. It's like, y'all should chill. like
the thing, like the thing with the Just Hilarious and the Lauren, I think her name is Lauren. Like you got on a successful platform. Why are you mad? Man, you put me on the Breakfast Club. Not saying I want to be on the Breakfast Club, but if I had a Breakfast Club-esque job, and I had a microphone in front of me, and they said, hey, look, don't use it, but you're still gonna get paid. But let that person talk.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And you come from the internet. And you made it to the entertainment business with a real job on like a platform that was huge before you even thought about being a name on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like, you transition from the internet to real life, to the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should.
Yeah, and just because you're there, it doesn't stop what kind of clause she has in her contract, but it doesn't stop her from doing whatever she wants to do on her own platforms. If you want to keep doing your skits that you were doing before, now you just got job security behind you for the most part. There's somebody, you're on an entity that's going to pay you good money to do a job. Okay, I can still be me. Thank you.
And bro, all they wanted from her was just to not talk so much.
Yeah. Hey, she's gonna do this segment from time to time.
You're gonna do less work, but get paid the same. Is essentially what it sounds like I'm hearing.
That's what it sounds like to me. I don't know all the ins and outs, but that's what it sounds like to me.
Well, she should be quiet more. She kind of ruined the show for me. I don't watch it like that no more, man. Every time I see it, she's annoying me. So I understand them wanting her to be quiet a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you're coming to feel this position. Yeah, it used to be a clique. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there was a chemistry there. And yes, you're not going to bring the same element that Yee brings, but at the same time, that's what's missing, is that we don't need another strong personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she just never seemed to gel whenever I see something with him. It just,
Yeah.
It seems like something very jarring just popping out every time she talks. Like,
and you know what? You know
like,
what? You made a point too. Just she talks more than Angela Yee used to talk. A lot more.
Yeah.
And you mad? You getting a whole lot of lot more mic time than Angela used to get. And you mad?
And
maybe she's not getting paid when you was Angela money, but
shouldn't be.
It shouldn't be. But you get more airtime than she get. You get more mic time than she get. That she had or whatever. We hear from you way more than we heard from Angela. Are you mad? Come on now.
And you're a beginner in this world. I mean, not now. She
relatively
relatively compared to Angela Yee, who had been doing it prior to the Breakfast Club's existence, and then for that long run they went
period of time. Yeah.
She's very.
Your career is relatively short in this realm. I'm not saying you haven't been doing comedy or doing skits for years, but in this realm, on this platform, on this stage, in this being actually in the entertainment business on that level, you're relatively new. You're a beginner.
You like the experience of the person you replace, and yet you're getting more talking time than that person.
Yeah.
Step away from the situation time and assess what you really got going on and be appreciative of it. You know, far too often it's easy to get caught up in our feelings about how we feel about something. Sometimes you got to step back and be like, you know what? This situation ain't quite what I thought it was. It's not as bad as I thought it was. Let me shut up. I'm tripping. But most people can't sit back, self-reflect, and check themselves. Click. You good, bro?
I lost audio for a second, but I'm back.
Okay, man. But yeah, man. That's
still got audio gone. Give me a second.
Hey, man. Where's the engineer at, man? God knows, man. So anyway, man, that wraps that segment up, man. You know, I'm going to go ahead and begin my review on my cigar at this point in time. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but I'm reviewing my Agnorsa Leaf La Validation Habano. Now, for this particular stick, for me, it started out here with a very, there was a almost whiskey-like element to my retro hail, which was interesting for me. But it had a nice, smooth, little creamy smoke to it, medium to full body cigar. I would say this cigar had cedar, some pepper, some leather on the stick that I noticed, and a little bit of what kind of felt like it could have been some type of licorice. So beyond that, those were the elements that I noticed on this stick. I would say it had pretty good construction, and I would say it also had a very good draw. Well, decent draw. I'm gonna knock it for the draw just a little bit. 1 to 5 on this cigar. I'm gonna rate this Agnorsa Leaf La Validation Habano. I'm gonna rate it a 3.8. 1 to 5. And I don't think you're going to get a review from Denzel, because look at his face. Look at his face. He don't know he up. It's on him.
All right. I lost audio and I can't hear you.
Give you a review.
So are you done with your review?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Your turn.
So
Go.
I did not get to hear what Jared said, so I'm going to hear what he said when the show airs. So I'll get it whenever y'all get it. Hey, man. Welcome to Two Black Men in a Podcast. in their 40s who can't work technology. But anyway, we're going to keep it rolling. Hey, this is what we're doing. But hey, I got my Avo, IBO, whatever you want to call it. The Uvazarian Synchro. Nice box press. Really mellow cigar. Smooth. From first light to now. Not a lot that's jumped out at me. So I'm thinking that this is pretty much what Avo kind of linking themselves on, because this is a similar experience I'm having Avo after Avo after Avo after Avo. It's just a mellow stick. It's a nice cigar, not a bad stick, not any bad tasting notes, but nothing that like really pops out and just like just grabs you and says, "Ooh, this is what I really truly love." Just a lot of little earth notes, some cocoa taste here. Everything's dialed down really to a minute level to where nothing's like really popping. Slight oiliness, a little bit of oak, and just some smooth tobacco notes. That's pretty much it. Everything is dialed down really low. So in my opinion, and I will forgive me if this is not your aim, but this is my assessment, and I can only be true and honest to how I feel about the cigars I smoke. Avo is, I'm going to say, the perfect beginner level cigar. So if you're new to cigars, or if you know somebody, you're a seasoned cigar smoker, and you got somebody you want to bring into the cigar realm, and you want to introduce them to cigars, but not turn them away, or not even like give them some of your best cigars. You got some Avos laying around. This is what you're gonna give them. You're gonna say, "Here, smoke this." You're gonna like it. No, for real. I really feel like a new cigar smoker would be brought into the cigar realm with this cigar. They're not going to get turned away and say they're never going to smoke a cigar ever again. But this might be a go-to for them until they can graduate their palate to say, I need something a little bit more. It gets you there just enough to say, I smoked a cigar. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to rate the cigar out of 5. I'm going to go with a 3.5 because it is a good cigar. I like it. It's nothing that turns me away from it, but it's nothing that says I have to revisit this time after time after time again. It's not a box. I'm not getting a box of these. I might buy one from time to time. If I'm on the grill, I just want a cigar in my mouth that I'm just burning away and I'm not paying attention to it. This is it. Or if I'm having a cigar smoke and a morning smoke and I want to get my day started with a cigar, this is it. Or if I got a friend who wants to smoke a cigar and I got this laying around, I'm going to pass on one of these and say, here, smoke this 3.5. So that's what I got from Avo, man. Smoke this 3.5.
Yeah, man. All right, well, that is it for this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast, man. We out. Keep your cigars up high.
Cigars up.